I'm Kendra Cook, your host for the DCTV Daily News program out of Dove Creek, Colorado. It's brought to you by the Dolores County Broadcasting Network with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association. That's the special district association responsible for bringing the area free to access TV stations over the air by antenna, including this one. This is a community TV station, so if there's a news story or event information that you'd like to share, you can call us and leave a message at 970-677-4119. And if you're a business or organization or an individual supporter, we welcome you to find out about sponsorship opportunities for banners or video segments run on the channel. This is the Wednesday program for March 3rd, 2021, DCTV Daily News. As reported yesterday, on Monday, March 1st, the Board of Dolores County Commissioners met for their regularly scheduled meeting and started out with the agency's updates. And if you missed that, the video news program is on YouTube or Facebook for March 2nd. The commissioners also provided an update on the meeting or projects that they have been working on. This is a summary and some highlights, not the full extent of the meeting, nor taken from approved minutes that are not yet available. This is reported by DCTV over the Zoom meeting connection. Commissioner Garcher began his report sharing that the CDOT County meeting will be on March 24th, and they'd like to know by the 10th what issues are to be discussed. CDOT would like to know. The question of the courthouse lighting was addressed and adjusted. A state-level greenhouse gas meeting initiative will be pushing electric vehicles, and rural Colorado is pushing back. Later in the meeting, there was a question to clarify what the initiative would mean for Dolores County. And he explained that it would be counting registered vehicles, looking for increased electric vehicles, and would not include any freight traffic to be assessed against us that passes through the county. It is in alignment with the state's greenhouse gas emission state mandates. Those are on 3 levels: commercial, vehicles, and residential. All sorts of discussions will continue on the realistic impacts on a rural location. He also attended a Club 20 broadband discussion. Dolores County, with Emory's upcoming installation, will put us way ahead of the Western Slope, he said. The Southwest Livestock meeting focused on a wolf discussion, and he noted the CSU Wolf Seminar is educational. In the Forest Service discussions, it was brought up that the roads are often too narrow, and he noted that they have widened the roads by 2 feet. Permittees are also talking about grasshoppers in the forest, eating the forage. The reply was that the hatches happen and that the Forest Service can't do anything about it. Additional discussion on the salter vegetation management also happened. CPW's Matt Thorpe has moved up and out, and the new CPW ranger for our district is Becca DeVerge. There will be upgraded patrols. TPR meeting, CDOT did get COVID funding, and shovel-ready jobs are available. The Dwarf meeting again addressed the Salter EA management and also grazing unit recording, showing allotments that were abandoned in the Canyons of the Ancients, where they are pushing to keep them closed. They now don't want grazing back in there. Garter continued that he attended the CSU Office of Engagement meeting, and they're number 4 in the nation of the COVID response, looking at the transmission between animals and people in terms of research, and Johns Hopkins is number 5. He found it interesting that hotel income is down over $200 million in the state, but the Western Slope fared better with people wanting to get out of the populated areas. Commissioner Cook then brought his report, and he attends the Zoom meetings for the CCI, and he said that the OHV licenses concept is being brought up. The courts are saying it wouldn't be an extra workload. The clerk's office has not been addressed about it. County Clerk Lana Hancock, who was president, says let's get revenue out of bicycles too, if that's the case. PUC transmission expansion involves property taxes and use imminent domain potentially, and the PUC transmission expansion, and the PUC information needs to be followed up with the county lawyer. CCI focuses on legislation that affects counties across Colorado and changing HB 211023, Cook said, to classify land use as commercial when it's under solar panels above 2 megawatts introduction. Berna Ernst of the assessment office says the majority of property is staying in ag, though the state doesn't agree with it. If panels are too low to graze below, etc., it can't carry ag classification. That's the push from the state. Moving acreage to commercial makes it create more revenue for property tax. For the JUWI project proposal here in Dolores County, land could go to $3,000 an acre value. The landowner and the project have to determine who's responsible for that land tax. When asked, can the legislation change the a classification, any land can change after January 1st of every year, Ms. Ernst said. The solar farm gets state assessed, and then the county values the land. Commissioner Keibel brought up a summary of the successes of the visit from Representative Boebert from our District 3. She was very thankful for the line of communication that was open and that she took the time to visit the school. The recent Sage Grouse Summit went well, she said. A lot of things that have been worked on by Dolores County already, so this was mostly follow-up. The Fish and Wildlife offices talked about the wolves, and she noted that we should be able to battle the wolves by the sage grouse issue. She also was hopeful on efforts to open back up the senior center, and among a few other issues, she expressed that the school needs a program for mental health issues. The next scheduled BOCC meeting will be on Monday, March 15th, unless adjusted, and you can find the agenda posted and the Zoom link online on DCTV Facebook page or that of DCBOCC or on the county courthouse doors. And now, let's take a look at the local weather, maybe snow. Today, sunny with a high near 54 degrees with south winds at 5 to 15 miles an hour. And then tonight, yes, a chance of snow showers before 10 p.m. and then rain and snow showers likely between 10 and 2 a.m. and then snow showers likely after 2 a.m. as the temperatures drop. There will be increasing clouds with a low around 30 degrees overnight. East-southeast winds at 10 to 15 miles an hour become south-southwest after midnight. And the chance remains for precipitation for us at 70%. New snow accumulation of less than 1 inch possible. And still into Thursday, a 50% chance for snow showers locally, mainly before 11 a.m. Cloudy skies then gradually become mostly sunny with a high near 43 on the day. South-southwest winds at 10 to 15 miles an hour become northwest in the afternoon, with new snow accumulations on Thursday of less than half an inch possible. Into Thursday night, mostly clear with a low around 26 degrees with north-northeast winds around 10 miles an hour, making it a little colder, no doubt. For Friday, we're looking for another sunny day with a high near 51 with north-northeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, shifting to the south-southwest in the afternoon. For Friday night, mostly clear and a low around 31. Into Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 54, but breezy. You know what that means. Saturday night, mostly clear and a low around 30. And again for Sunday, sunny with a high near 55. Sunday night, partly cloudy and a low around 35 degrees. Into next week, Monday, partly sunny and a high near 56, with Monday night, partly cloudy and a low around 32. And now, back to our news. A lot of people are talking about the recent Meat Out Day proclamation versus the sentiment of many Coloradan residents and constituents and stakeholders whose livelihood is related to meat and or just people who enjoy the freedom to eat what they want for the most part, and meat is on the list. As we reported, Dolores County passed a resolution on that Monday, March 1st, for March 20th to be Eat Meat Day, after about 30 other counties had also promoted such a proclamation in opposition to the state governor's office. Likewise, Montezuma County commissioners declared a resolution for March 20th to be Cattlemen's Day. The Journal reported the county resolution highlights economic benefits of the livestock industry, which provides 1,013 local jobs, or 8% of total jobs in the county, that's of Montezuma, representing the 5th highest job creator, according to 2018 data compiled by Region 9 Economic Development District of Southwest Colorado. It notes that local ranching families are part of a $3.4 billion statewide industry with a $40 billion economic impact that accounts for 10% of the Colorado's total export sales. The County Cattlemen's Day resolution states that in 2017, the sale value of Montezuma County cattle, calves, poultry, and hogs exceeded $16 million. And now, as reported in the Journal Advocate, they share that Colorado Agricultural Commissioner Kate Greenberg has responded to the backlash that has resulted from Governor Jared Polis's proclamation of March 20th as Meat Out Day. They write, agricultural interests across the state have reacted to the proclamation by calling it a state holiday and promoting meat in events, many aimed at fundraising for charity. The resistance even found a voice on the floor of the state Senate on Friday when Senator Jerry Sonnenberg, Republican from Sterling, called the proclamation a, quote, slap in the face of the state's $4.6 billion beef industry. On Monday, Commissioner Greenberg posted an open letter to Colorado's livestock producers in an attempt to counter some of the charges being made. Greenberg's letter specifically writes, to Colorado's livestock producers, the past year has been a very challenging one for our state and the world. We've had to reinvent the way we do things in order to save as many lives as possible and get out of the crisis that has been brought on or upon us by the pandemic. As livestock producers, you face challenges few others face: long, frigid nights caring for your animals, tough commodity prices, drought, and a true mental health crisis invading our rural communities. I have spoken with many of you who expressed concern with the proclamation that designated March 20th as Meat Out Day. I would like to clarify that this proclamation does not create a new state holiday, despite certain headlines, and that proclamations are non-binding. Also, this is not a new proclamation. Former Governor John Hickenlooper, now Senator Hickenlooper, made a similar proclamation back in 2011. The governor's offices process hundreds of these requests by advocacy groups representing the wide spectrum of opinions that make up our great state. But still, you matter, your voice matters, and I am listening, she wrote. Late March is a time when agriculture is elevated in Colorado. Take the annual Ag Day celebration. This is a time when we raise the voice of agriculture and invite Coloradans to taste, learn, and get connected to Colorado agriculture. And that means a time to connect with Colorado's livestock producers and beef industry, the largest industry in Colorado ag. Since I began my time as commissioner, I have been listening when you tell me what keeps you up at night. Questions of whether your kids will be able to make a living in agriculture, how you will manage through another year of drought, and what the changing economy will mean for you and your family and the community. These are just some of the places where I'm fighting for you every day, she said. From day one, Governor Polis and I have focused on opening up new business for Colorado livestock producers from Taiwan to Mexico and promoting beef to consumers across Colorado. We have targeted grant dollars to local processors, made historic investments in rural broadband and rural roads, and right now we are working with the legislature on proposals to support the agriculture industry that would invest in the future of our rural communities and open new markets. In addition, we have prioritized COVID-19 vaccines for the more than 220,000 critical food and agricultural workers in our state. Beginning March 5th, agricultural workers will be able to start getting vaccines in Colorado. A side note that's mostly for those that are working in packaging plants where they're closely together, not those out in the fields. Anyway, she continues, we are hard at work ensuring that it will happen as soon as possible because we know how important agricultural workers and industry are to our state. You, your families, and your hard work are part of the backbone of Colorado's rural communities. You help drive our economy, serve as stewards of public land and private lands, and innovators in tackling some of our biggest environmental challenges, and help ensure a safe, high-quality food supply for a growing population. I want you to know that I've got your back as you do what you do best. The livestock industry is an essential part of Colorado's past, present, and future. No proclamation will change that. Signed, Kate Greenberg, Colorado Commissioner of Agriculture. And regardless of what happens in Denver at the state level, around Dolores County, and especially with the warmer weather approaching, you might just smell a barbecue or two heating up on March 20th, I'm told. And now the Dolores County Sheriff's Roundup for the week of February 22nd through the 28th, 2021. Deputies conducted a surveillance operation as an agency assist for a subject with a felony warrant. Deputies, however, were unable to make contact with the subject, who was later arrested in Arizona. They assisted parole officers in a home check. Deputies are investigating a report of criminal mischief which resulted in property damage to a county residence. They assisted to the Colorado State Patrol on a non-injury crash on Road 12. Deputies have opened an investigation into a reported cold fraud case. A civil dispute required a deputy to become involved to calm the situation. In total, there were 2 accidents, 1 ambulance call, and a transport, no arrests, 1 new case, 25 traffic contacts, 15 citations, 3 assists to other agencies, 2 civil papers served, 3 controlled burns, 8 other miscellaneous requests for services, with 101 telephone calls handled by dispatch and 4 VIN inspections completed. And some local high canyon country happenings. We do have a Dolores County advisory for today until 5 p.m. on Thursday for the southwest San Juan Mountains. Snow total there could be accumulations of 5 to 10 inches. Locally, we aren't expecting more than an inch or so possible, but the alert from 11 p.m. tonight through 5 p.m. Thursday could provide for travel difficulties. For the full map of potential snowfall, go online to weather.gov/GJT/WINTER. And a note from the DC Chamber. We're looking forward to July 4th celebrations. They're hosting a Zoom meeting call on Tuesday, March 9th, one at 10 a.m. and again at 6 p.m. for anyone wanting to express their interest in activities to take place over the July 4th weekend. July 4th falls on a Sunday this year. They are appreciative of your input as this is a community event and it will need volunteers and sponsors to make it happen. You can email manager@dovecreekchamber.com for the meeting invite or to express your point of view, or you can post it on the Chamber event Facebook page in the discussion segment. The Chamber will be talking with the DC Town Board this week to determine what our options will be. And the Dolores County Health Department is hosting a, quote, mass vaccination opportunity on this Friday, March 5th. So if you qualify for this round, they write that the Johnson & Johnson injection will be available. More details on that on Thursday's news. And now to catch the program online, of course, visit us on the Facebook page. That's under DCTV Daily News, or it's also on YouTube if you're not on Facebook. Both you can follow or subscribe to and join in on the conversation. This is your local community TV station, so if you have something that you would like to share, contact us by email. It's dcbnnews@gmail.com or call 970-677-4119. Thanks for tuning in to DCTV Daily News. If you like the program, please do like and follow us on Facebook and share it with your friends and family. This has been a production of DCTV for the DCTV Daily News program out of Dove Creek, Colorado, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Be well and keep thinking for yourself.